Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
And performing for
Wow,
you.
and I think my camera's like gone down. This has just been
man.
a rough show today.
Were you just in a gorilla rage? Is that what happened?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're super late because the N64, the Donkey Kong 64, which we're playing
The
later
N64
today.
was fine.
The N64 was fine. I thought it was the N64 at first, but it was not. It was Donkey Kong 64. Yeah, it was just not. It was getting no signal at all.
Crazy.
But then, and I thought it was the N64. Then I tried other games. Those worked, so I was like, it's got to be the Donkey Kong. And then you were like, have you tried wiping it down?
Yeah.
And I didn't have a Q-tip. I even just used some paper towel. Yeah. And I was like, this probably won't work. But
if you have rubbing alcohol and you put a little bit on there, you'll be like amazed how much disgusting crap you get off of a cartridge.
Right.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah, I can see that. It was kind of gross what even came off this. Yeah. And I did realize I probably haven't played this game since the first time I played it.
Holy crap. That's yeah.
So
it's been, how old is it then? It's over 20 years, isn't it? Or is it not 2000?
Yeah, I think 1999. Let me just double check.
21 years old. This game can drink in America.
Yeah, there you go. And and it's like it had been in a coma since it was born.
Man, what did you do to fix it? How did you cure it?
I just rubbed it with a paper towel.
Oh man, you should get into medicine.
We should try that on some coma patients.
Yeah.
Maybe put some rubbing alcohol on there.
I don't think they've tried rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, on COVID. Interesting.
Oh man, I bet it would work.
I mean, I don't know about COVID. Maybe, but I would say just based on my science, comas should almost definitely work.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I got this sweet DK tie.
You want to share the screen with me?
Sure, yeah. But I gotta get my tie up higher here first.
Oh, you gotta have a high tie.
I have to tuck it into my shirt. Luckily, the microphone covers the tuck zone. That's better. Wow! It's yellow. The DK part's yellow, and it matches enough with the green screen that it's see-through.
It's clear.
Yeah. All right, here I'll share my
screen. It'd be way cooler if you made a tie that had a clear part on it. It'd be like almost an invisibility cloak.
This one, yes. Yeah. Probably looks like it is here.
It's very like.
It looks just like a bib when I move the microphone.
You're either the Schindler's List girl or in Sin City with how much it contrasts with your skin.
It is kind of a Sin City. Like that's what the green screen does. Weird things to like the all the colors.
Oh, totally.
It like washes you out so that you. Don't match up with any color. Basically.
Gray man.
Yeah, but yeah, now the tie has like a noir effect on it.
Very cool. Just like they should make Donkey Kong Noir.
Oh, definitely.
That's the game everybody wants.
That's kind of a perfect fit in a way. I don't know why. I could just see Donkey Kong sitting behind a desk, being like.
Oh yeah, I mean after
and like. With a fedora.
He would be like the corrupt mayor,
I think. No, I think okay. It depends.
The PI?
I thought he was the PI, yeah. But it could be like
after him. He'd have to be a really good PI.
It could be like a different PI.
Right.
You could make a new character who's the PI, make it like funky PI.
Oh, that'd be great.
Make it Funky Kong, yeah. And then and you investigate Donkey Kong.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Counting corruption.
New Donk City. Wow. We need to make the next Donkey Kong game.
It's a cool sounding game. I don't know if people could handle how cool that is.
You need to pull out your coconut gun.
M-rated Nintendo game.
I don't know if it has to be M-rated.
No. Do you think there'll ever be an M-rated Nintendo game?
Will there ever be an M-rated Nintendo game?
Has there been? I don't even know. Like,
I think
I guess
so.
if you count Eternal Darkness, but that doesn't really count it.
That's kind of what I mean. Like, you mean in-house developed?
Yeah.
Mm,
There's Metroid Prime as far as
probably
they go in terms
not.
of violence.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. But I feel like they've acquired M-rated games.
Oh yeah, and they've been like, like is Bayonetta not M-rated and stuff like that?
I don't think Bayonetta is.
Really? I'm
What?
surprised.
Let me see. What? Okay, I'm gonna say what M-rated games has Nintendo developed and see if anything comes up.
Yeah, we can't be the first people to think of this.
Yeah, people just say developed. I mean, published.
Oh.
All I can find is published. I can't find any like. People are like they're kind of making M-rated games, or people are like, since the release of Perfect Dark in 2000, Nintendo has only published 4 additional M-rated games. Like they. Oh, Bayonetta 2 was M-rated.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Bayonetta, like, there's nothing, like, there's no blood. Or there is, the angels do kind of bleed. But it's like white blood or something. I can't even remember. That game was weird. Did Bayonetta 3 ever come out, or is that still being made?
Still being made. I think it's a Switch exclusive.
I thought so too, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but lots of published games. But I think, they say, since Perfect Dark, it's only been Conker's Bad Fur Day, Eternal Darkness, and Bayonetta 2. I don't know. There might be more than that. That's according to this article.
Right.
Whoa, Alex KC is in the chat, and he says, "Yowza!"
Oh, man, I couldn't agree more, Alex. This is a real yowza kind of day.
McKinley tells us about Clifford's new live-action movie.
Did you see the picture of
There's
him?
There's a teaser today, yeah.
Oh, I did. I'm never going to see that movie because I'm not a child, but
yeah,
that is crazy. Like, it's a cool look.
What, just a giant dog?
The giant red dog? That's just red.
Yeah.
Like it's exactly what I would expect, I guess.
Yeah.
But how big is he? Because I didn't get a sense of that from the pictures.
Oh yeah, they kind of compare him to other dogs in the teaser. He's pretty big.
The size of a car?
Be awesome to have. Yeah, probably a bit bigger than a car. When he sits up, he's probably almost as big as a house.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's how he was in books.
Yeah.
Huh,
it would be a great thing to have.
Oh, a giant dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if that dog had any enthusiasm for anything, it would kill you. It's the problem. It would have to be such a relaxed dog for you to handle. I don't know.
Like
it's so big.
Yeah, but what would it do? Like,
What if it ran to tackle you? Like my dog, when I come home, my dog runs at me and jumps at my legs.
I don't think it would even be able to do that.
Why not? It's huge.
I don't know.
It's huge doesn't mean it can't.
Dogs, I don't know. Maybe not all dogs. This dog would have to be somewhat gentle.
# not all dogs.
Yeah, but for example, a dog wouldn't necessarily instantly kill a kitten if it.
No, that's
there
true.
was one in a room.
Yeah, that's true.
They know when something's smaller and
Is that what it is? Or,
gonna be can be killed by them.
But it would still have excitement to see its owner or what have you. I wonder if that would still go horribly, hilariously wrong.
There's probably some robot chicken sketch or something about that.
That's true. Yeah.
But generally, I don't think it would be that big of a problem.
The other issue is there are no bad dogs, only
I'd
bad
take
dog
it.
owners. What if a bad dog owner got one of these?
Oh,
that would be
yeah.
a nightmare.
I'm just saying I would take it.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to have this.
Yeah. It would be pretty cool. I'd rather have a giant cat, but I mean, a giant anything. A giant fish would be really
exactly.
cool.
Probably ideally a giant bird.
Oh yeah, but I'm too scared of birds.
I mean,
That's
at
the
a
problem.
certain point, yeah, you have to like. If we're talking about domesticated animals,
Right. Yeah.
we can't just pick a wild animal, or then it will just eat us and destroy
Right.
everything.
Exactly. So when
So
you're
a
talking,
bird's like
getting like a
50-50.
cockatoo,
Yeah,
like
you need
yeah,
the right bird.
like an 8 foot tall cockatoo.
Yeah,
Would you
exactly.
want that?
That would be amazing. You could fly it.
It, yeah, but it might just destroy you. I don't know if birds seem so unpredictable.
Why
Like
would it destroy you? I don't know why
well,
you keep thinking things are just going to destroy you
because they're huge and it'll just
accidentally.
swoop and accidentally crush things.
I don't think they will. Like,
How much does an 8 foot tall bird weigh, and like what's that gonna sit on or sleep on, or
yeah, well, you need some. Yeah, you need
you need to
like a
change your life to accommodate
airport
the bird.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. What does an 8 foot tall bird eat?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Oh
It's
man,
worth it. Whatever it is.
probably if it can fly you anywhere, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
That's the decider, because man, it would be great to have like your own personal private living plane.
Yeah. Exactly.
So a robot jet would also jet
A
friendly.
bird's a little scarier though than a dog or a cat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll grant you
although
that.
cats also have that thing to them though, where sometimes they're perfectly nice, but then they switch to total asshole on a moment's notice. And if a giant cat ever did that to you, you're just done.
Yeah. I'd be more afraid
So
of a cat eating me
yeah, dogs are more
than a dog.
predictable that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, probably just stick with the big red dog.
Sweet. Oh, you'd want it to be colorful too?
Ah, sure.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'll take it. It says you'd go broke feeding it. And cleaning up after it would be terrible. Yeah, you'd have to like move somewhere crazy.
Like, yeah, you'd have to have an island where it could just find its own food.
Yeah, or like, yeah, I would just be rich.
That works. You'd probably be able to leverage this giant dog into making you money somehow.
McKinley wants a giant snake or spider. See, but again, they're not going to listen to you.
Oh, no, like, at least people train birds. I think people probably can train snakes, can't they?
I think so, but I don't think a giant snake. I think you're just taking. That's a bigger risk, I think.
I don't like snakes as a pet, but I feel like people have gotten them like trained like dogs can be almost, right? Maybe not to that extent, but
I don't know.
like,
I think
snakes can
so.
do tricks. I'd hope so.
That sounds right.
I don't want to have a pet snake if it can't do a trick for me, if it can't do stunts.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can drive a little car around.
man, that would be super cool.
McKinley says their bones are hollow, so it'd be lighter than a giant dog.
Even so,
You'd freeze to death.
Anything-
Oh, we'd freeze to death on the bird because it wouldn't be pressurized cabin like a plane.
well, what if it flies low? We
Yeah,
get
it'd
its
just
wings
fly low enough.
so it
Yeah,
could only flutter between locations.
yeah, you could still glide like from the top of my apartment here.
Oh yeah, to the ground. Totally, you'd use it like a cuckoo in Zelda.
Well, no, it could fly like across the city, just at this level.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
Hey,
Okay,
Laco's here as well. We're just talking about giant pets.
Pets.
If you could have a giant animal pet, what would it be?
Giant fish would be pretty damn cool if you could like put it in the ocean and it could swim you like a boat.
Oh, that would be pretty good, but I don't think they can really be trained like that. But maybe like a
No, I
giant
doubt it.
dolphin.
Yeah. What about a giant ferret?
That would be. I think that would kill you. See, now you're talking about like accidental flailing and stuff. That's where ferrets just gonna
They wriggle everywhere.
That's all they do is wriggle.
Right. Yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think dogs. They're really the best one. I think we're determining here.
I mean, that's most people's opinion on pets in general.
Probably for the same reason, because it's the most
The
predictable.
simplest. It's just easy.
Exactly.
I mean, cats are easier than dogs, but they're less caring than dogs as well.
Yeah, they're less predictable. They might scratch your face for no reason.
That's true. That's the reason most people don't like cats more than dogs, you think? Because they might scratch your face?
I
don't know.
don't know. No, I think it's like you said. Dogs are more affectionate.
Yeah. Dogs are a pretty interesting animal.
McKinley's never seen a ferret in real life.
I don't know if I have either, actually, now that
I
we're
have.
talking about it. Don't they stink?
I went to a ferret competition once.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Were the people competing in it very cool?
No, they were all insane.
That's perfect.
They were like that documentary.
Yeah. That's great.
Pursuit of Excellence.
Were they excellent, at least?
McKinley says, are they soft? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually held one or petted one, actually, but they are soft. Like you can just, they have like fur.
They look like they'd be bony, though, and like uncomfortable to hold. Like, you know, some cats, when they get older, have that like delicate feeling where their bones are close to the outside of their skin.
I don't think ferrets are like that.
Huh. I think I'd like a fat ferret.
I do think, yeah, they're probably not like as furry as a cat or a dog, though.
Right. What about like a giant hedgehog?
That might be good.
I had cousins who had a hedgehog pet when I was really young, and it never did anything.
I would be worried that like a hedgehog or a hamster, those kinds of creatures that are just small, if they did get big, they couldn't handle it and they would just go crazy and like they wouldn't do anything you wanted.
Oh yeah, maybe.
They would just eat, like they just start eating houses and stuff.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it'd just be pointless. You'd be like, oh, okay, they're gonna kill that eventually.
Yeah.
And he's like, you'd go home and
that's true.
Yeah. Try to pretend it wasn't you that unleashed the giant hedgehog into the world.
Oh my, what the heck is this going on here?
What?
The giant hedgehog destroying the world.
Oh. Yeah. Because there's a giant lizard would be cool.
Pretty cool.
I don't think they do.
Cold-blooded means you'd have to have a giant hot room somewhere in your house. And that would suck.
Yeah, again, you need like an island or something for that, one of those things.
Something, yeah.
And again, I'd be afraid to approach it.
And yeah, and at that point, is it really a pet if you're just letting it free on an island?
Yeah, not really.
It's just a wild animal.
Yeah, I want something I can ride, basically.
Yeah, totally. Oh, okay. How about a giant? Well, no one does this as a pet already, so it wouldn't work. But a kangaroo.
I don't think they would. That'd be amazing.
Oh man!
But they would just
like a handy pouch to ride around.
I don't think you could get in that pouch. They wouldn't let you in the pouch.
Oh, if you like killed their child and wore its skin, maybe.
No, I think they'd kill you in that case.
Well, you wouldn't let it see you kill its child.
I think it would figure it out. I don't think they're that dumb.
I don't know if kangaroos are historically intelligent animals.
But yeah, I think that's another one that would be great to just unleash onto an island or into a city or something. Yeah.
You'd like hear it coming from so far away. It'd be crazy.
Exactly. But yeah, it just wouldn't make for a great pet.
Giant Kangaroo sounds like a cool movie too, actually.
Yeah.
Like a kaiju kangaroo.
Totally. I hope Clifford the Big Red Dog movie spawns
a secret kaiju movie
franchise of. Oh, that would be great. But just a franchise of giant animal movies.
That would be amazing.
And then they fight.
They fight. And it'll be beautiful. But then they learn to love. And that's the best part.
McKinley wants a giant emu.
That's scary.
Yeah, that
emus
sounds
are scary at human size or at regular size.
Yeah, McKinley says they're very caring and hug you with their long neck, but
is that the case?
I don't know.
I don't know if I trust that.
If I would trust an emu.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Just see. Can you?
But a giant emu. Imagine how fast it could run. That would be pretty cool. Oh. You could get on the back of that and just cover like huge distances so quickly. So if travel is your only objective, maybe emu is the way to go.
Nothing. No, I typed in "Can you trust an emu?" and it didn't have anything for me. So
So it must be able to.
The jury's still out.
Oh, come back, Jerry.
Well, speaking of giant animals.
Oh, the giantest.
Should we play some Donkey Kong?
I'm not gonna, but I'll watch you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you went to break.
I forgot which button to press. I don't know if I... Okay.
Oh, that's good stuff.
This week in gaming history.
Woohoo! It's...
That's the catchphrase of Donkey Kong.
Yeah. DK... Donkey Kong. Sweet DK Chai. I'm gonna change the title here, but...
It's weird. Into adulthood, this is probably the collectathon 3D platformer I had the most fun with as a kid, which is insane.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Mario 64. It just, yeah.
Because Donkey Kong's original name was Stubborn Gorilla.
Great
And
name.
Lacko says this game will be played with the expansion pack. Yeah, we're playing it on the N64 with the expansion pack.
Yep.
The only way to play it. This game came bundled with the expansion pack.
Yeah, you could never get these amazing graphics without an expansion pack.
That's right. Super, super high tech. Yeah, it was just some extra RAM. There was some extra memory.
Yeah.
It was this little red thing, and oh yeah, you're right. It's the it was only needed for 2 games: Donkey Kong 64 and The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Oh, it was Majora's Mask. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're right. A third game, Perfect Dark, would lack most of its content, such as the single-player campaign.
You got arcade mode in it. It was not the multiplayer mode, just the weird mode where you did objectives in multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that was included in it. Which I still liked that at the time I rented Perfect Dark and I didn't have an expansion pack yet.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, like it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Without an expansion pack.
Yeah. But then the expansion pack unlocks so much.
Yeah, it's like a demo mode without it, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But this was the first game. There was rumors that, like, I got like somebody's quoted. One of the developers was quoted as saying the game had a bug in it that just couldn't be fixed without the expansion pack, and so they were forced to add in there.
But
Yeah,
otherwise,
the
it's not
expansion pack.
incredibly vital.
But that's what this guy said. But that's also been debated as well.
That's super weird.
Because they've also said that the expansion pack was actually decided on really early in development.
Oh.
Like it was
Interesting.
Yeah.
But maybe it was going to be optional at that point, and then they...
Yeah, there
Who knows?
might be some truth to both.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Dockers says Disco Kong, the intro. Yeah. This is a legendary intro. Legendarily, like notoriously
Crazy.
terrible.
Yeah.
But amazing.
Because
It was bad on purpose
It was cheesy on purpose.
when
yeah,
it was written. But it, like... and I guess then, but once the internet really took hold of it,
Yeah.
it just became its own thing. I mean, the line, his coconut gun can fire in spurts.
That's perfectly cromulent line.
There's no way that wasn't written like with a sex joke in mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Nintendo.
Oh yeah, the sound alerts aren't fixed yet. Because I was gonna fix them, but then this game didn't work for like 20 minutes as I was getting the show ready. So,
Man.
Lacko says maybe we dropped them so often we took them away. That's right. You abused them. They're never coming back.
You're never allowed to like things.
No. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. This game. So like last week, it's kind of fitting that we played Donkey Kong Country last week, because that was the beginning of Rare's prolific Nintendo-centric period. They made the 3 Donkey Kong Country games, and then they made the Banjo-Kazooie game, and then like Bond for the N64.
Conkers.
Yeah, Conkers. They made a shitload of stuff in a relatively short amount of time. And even though this was a huge hit and like actually reviewed really well, it was critically praised.
Oh yeah, people loved it.
In a way, it kind of marked the beginning of the end. They never really had a big hit after this for Nintendo.
For Nintendo, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
This game also, people's opinions of it have changed so much in the time since then.
It's true, but not even that long after. It didn't take that long.
It almost before it became a joke.
And it's because, as Lacko says earlier, some people criticize that there's too much stuff to collect in the game. And so it also kind of heralded an end to the end of this genre as being that Mario 64 popularized. Like the 3D platformer. This kind of killed it in a way.
Yeah. Those bastards.
It was the beginning of the end of it. Apparently they wanted to separate it from Banjo-Kazooie. That was the biggest reason they added all the collectibles.
Huh. Didn't Banjo-Kazooie have a lot of collectibles?
Let's play it. It came out November 22nd, 1999. The Dreamcast had just come out a couple months before, so this was their big competition for the Dreamcast, and it was a huge hit.
Well, even though you had to buy an expansion pack, so it was like twice as expensive as a normal game.
Well, it was packaged with the true. It was more expensive. I don't know what I should do. I think all 3 games are like filled. This has 101%.
Oh wow, you did it!
I did it. I collected all the things.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna erase a game and start a new one here. And then
Are you gonna erase the 101% game?
No.
Oh man, that could be the start of our new 101% playthrough of Donkey Kong 64.
No, we'll jump into that one at the end.
You think there's gonna be anything to see if you've gotten everything?
I don't know. I'll at least have all the characters, right? Like I won't.
That's true. This one, I think you only start with Donkey, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get Diddy pretty quick.
McKinney says, I've always found it interesting that Donkey and Diddy's girlfriends have the same last name. Does Diddy have a girlfriend?
I thought that was his sister. Is Dixie Kong his sister or his girlfriend?
Do you mean Tiny Kong or Dixie Kong? I don't think...
Tiny Kong.
What?
Who's Tiny Kong?
In this game, there is no Dixie Kong.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. And then who's Candy Kong that we saw in the cartoon the other day?
She, I think, is in the older games too.
I don't know what she does at all. Yeah, she's just.
Yeah, just look at these spectacular graphics.
Couldn't do this stuff without an expansion pack.
Yeah, so it's like it did get pretty great reviews, but it's remembered as an emblematic example of Rare's collectathon adventure platformers for the tedium of its collection tasks. And then it introduced the DK rap, which is often cited as one of the worst songs to feature in a video game.
I mean, any song about a video game has been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant Kirkhope wrote it. He did all the music for Banjo-Kazooie as well. A lot of Rare's music.
He wrote the rap.
He wrote the rap. He also does the voice of DK in this game.
Oh, cool, dude.
Oh, K. Rool's up to his old tricks again.
See, I feel like from this point onward, they never mentioned K. Rool's last name or whatever they're called.
Oh, the Kremlings?
The Kremlinauts, yeah.
No, they probably do. I'm sure they do.
I don't think so. I don't know.
So there's the synopsis of the story is like, the game follows a traditional storyline for the series. King K. Rool and his reptilian Kremlings invade the idyllic DK Isle. At least, I'm sure in the instructions they would have said Kremlings.
Huh. Do you have your instructions? Oh, no, you probably would. That was
I do around here somewhere, but...
The N64 generation was so bad about having shitty boxes, and then you just throw it all away.
I always kept the instructions.
In retrospect, I wish I kept all of them. Boxes, too. Did you see how much that copy of Mario 3 sold for the other day?
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy.
It's like the most expensive game ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't even a 10 rated game. It was 9.5. It's crazy. I think that just proves it. Yeah.
McKinley also likes Diddy Kong Racing. I believe that came out this week or next week last year, and we played it the first year.
It's one of those, you say you like it, you just haven't played it in forever.
When we replayed it, it was pretty rough.
It was terrible.
It was tough to go back to.
I also remember really liking it. But boy, oh boy, it was like really bad.
Because he's like Blofeld in the James Bond movies. Yeah. Yeah, this is quite a cinematic intro, actually.
Oh.
Little crocodile instead of a cat. Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it's referencing. Wow, he has like a voice in this game.
It's so messed up. Early voice acting.
He's like a British Terminator.
Not nearly as good.
I forgot that this game had full voice acting.
I also had no idea. But I guess it's got a theme song. It better have full voice acting.
No. While you'll be busy looking for your precious golden bananas, flea-bitten friends, I'll be preparing my lizard-flavored...
There's just no collectibles as annoying as the Assassin's Creed 2 feathers.
Oh no, there's way worse ones out there. What about Tribals? Tribals is the worst collectible in all of video games.
Oh man, from Jet Force Gemini.
Well, because it locked you out of the act, like half the game if you didn't collect all of them.
Yeah.
That's the worst collectible.
It was terrible. I didn't even finish it because of that.
Nope. And and that was at a time when you didn't you'd beat every game you'd play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That there's another Rare, a game made by Rare in this era.
Yeah. That game was excellent other than the Tribals thing, too.
It's true.
Because, remember it had, so many different guns for everybody, and they could upgrade their guns in all kinds of cool ways.
You could play as a dog.
Yeah, named Lupus.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And it had full co-op.
Yeah, that's true, too.
It's incredible.
This was originally going to be made for the Nintendo 64's disk drive add-on, but that was delayed and eventually canceled. So they moved it to the regular system. It was a lot of people from Banjo-Kazooie that worked on this game.
Yeah,
they first conceived of it as more of like a linear platform game, similar to the Donkey Kong Country series.
Oh, interesting.
Which
I don't see it at all in there, but
no. Apparently, about halfway through development, they restarted the whole thing,
right,
and made it into this. Which so I'm sure the other one wasn't great, but I would have liked to have seen that. I feel like that would have probably held up better.
Oh yeah, for sure. It would be so much more contained. Like you can just see the edges everywhere in this game.
Yeah. Because his Banjo-Tooie was his favorite childhood multiplayer first-person shooter.
Oh yeah, that I forgot that had that in there.
He totally did too. Oh. Can't remember how to do anything. Have to hit that switch. Donkey Kong can do it. You can do it, Donkey Kong. Oh. Oh.
Go Donkey Kong.
Go Donkey Kong, go Donkey Kong.
This game had a lot of weird, like, character-specific puzzles in it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was mostly what it was about.
Right.
And kind of, like, it was a lot of backtracking as well, because you get a new character. And...
Right. Oh, now I have to go to every level as Lanky Kong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Get all those golden bananas.
Oh, I can do like a... Oh my god. There's bats in here.
Not the bats.
I hate that.
Monkeys are famously known for not getting along with bats.
So true. So many cartoons.
Yeah.
I wish. Not enough bats in old school cartoons.
I think people are generally afraid of bats.
Yeah, I know. That's why there should be more cartoons.
I'm more so generally disgusted by bats. They're kind of just sky rats.
They're pretty cool. No, they're way cleaner than rats.
Are they?
Yeah.
I guess just because they sleep above their shit instead of sleeping in their shit.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I should have read that. Oh no, I can follow this.
Yeah, oh totally. This game is for children. How hard can it possibly be?
What did Cranky mean? Oh, at least there's no voice acting for DK. Kirk Hope must have just made some noises. Yeah.
Just listened to a bunch of Home Improvement and then did it.
What the? McKinley says Donkey Kong has no tail, so he's an ape. Diddy Kong has a tail, so he's a monkey. So one of them's adopted.
Diddy Kong isn't Diddy Kong a chimpanzee? I think that's canon. Oh, but I wonder which one is adopted. Well, because then that Donkey Kong, or who's the one at the beginning of the game that like turns the crank and plays the old record player? Cranky Kong. That's old Donkey Kong. He has a tail again, doesn't he?
I just met Cranky Kong. Yeah, I think he does too. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, maybe Donkey is the adoptee.
Yeah, that would add up.
But then Lanky Kong, no tail. Chunky Kong, no tail as far as I know.
Are they all a family?
I don't think they can be if they're different species. Well, they're not a biological family, but they are.
But they all have the last name Kong.
I think they all grew up together.
There's something going on there.
When McKinley was younger, a tiny bat got stuck in their house and hid in a corner, so we saved it and set it free. It was adorable. It had its wings wrapped around its face to help hide. Yeah, I mean, they can be cute, sure. So can a mouse. Just not interested in... Like, would you want a bat as a giant bat as a pet?
I mean, if it would listen to me, that would be great. But I wouldn't trust it to listen to me.
Yeah, that'd be tough. It doesn't look any better than Banjo-Kazooie, as far as I guess it's been a while since I've seen those two games, but just from this, I don't think it looks any better.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, maybe a little crisper.
I guess.
I guess it just improved like the frame rate, and like draw distance. So I don't think there were huge improvements anyway. It's interesting though, like they got the cover on there, and you can see in the top left-hand corner, it's got that picture there. It's like expansion pack included.
Now you're playing with power.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I can see it maybe being a little less muddy than.
Maybe.
Other
I guess games at that point were very muddy.
This is insane that they have like full tutorials for each of these moves.
It's really true.
I just had to pick up and throw.
And every character gets a bunch of moves and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I did it, Kong. Oh, I don't know what he said. Like that sign, it just says training area and way out.
I need a sign that tells you where the way out to my house is.
Exactly, it's perfect. I'm still not sure how to hit that thing.
Tricky.
You didn't teach me that in your tutorial. Maybe I need a barrel.
Maybe you need to get a new tutorial.
Maybe I need to go back to Cranky Kong.
Yeah. Does this game, I can't remember, does it have the animal friends?
I don't think so.
No. Wow, they just wrote off their pets.
Donkey Kong does a lot of moaning as he runs.
That's how he's like a tennis player.
Yeah, he's like a mad scientist in this game. Oh, I got a new move. Simian Slam. Buttus Basham.
Buttus? That's a gross word.
That's some Latin for you.
Yeah. Kick their buttus.
Alright, now I got me a move that can get me some progress. Hoo-cha!
Bash 'em with your buttus.
Bash 'em buttus. In a way, even though they had that extra power and stuff, the team, like it says even here that the team knew that the game was always going to look like the models still look worse than the SNES models.
Totally.
Because the SNES ones are pre-rendered.
I guess. They're pretty ugly now in retrospect too.
Well, totally, but that's partially because, like we were talking about last week, they had to be compressed to fit on the SNES.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like those models that they had, like their original models, looked way better than these.
That is crazy. I wonder if they have the assets still for that, and
Probably.
They could make like an HD remaster of Donkey Kong Country. That would be cool.
That'd be crazy.
I bet it could look really good.
Yeah, they could probably do it. Because it's weird. Because I remember even after they got bought by Microsoft, they put out Donkey Kong games on like the Game Boy, but they were just like ports basically.
Right.
So I can't remember how these work. Oh, I think they're warps. I can warp back here.
Huh.
And then this thing in the middle is to change characters, but I don't have any characters yet.
No, I think it's a long ass game, so it's a while until you get characters.
Yeah. It'd be fun to play this again. Like to actually go through this whole thing.
It wouldn't be bad at all. I mean, I wish there was a way to like accelerate through bad parts of old games. Though.
Yeah. Yeah, like
it's like it would be a lot of fun,
Nintendo,
except
like Nintendo when they release games on the Switch now, they have like a rewind feature.
oh, totally. That would be great.
That'd be crazy to see N64 games with that feature. That'd be really, really nice. So that's this is a place for Tiny Kong.
Oh, yeah.
You become when you can play as her, you jump in this barrel and you get the ability to turn really small, and then you can go in this hole.
Sweet.
McKinley says I could do a marathon of this like Mario 64. Oh god.
Oh god. No.
No.
This is not like that. This is so much worse than Mario 64.
Yeah, exactly. Mario 64, even at its most brutal, and there are moments of like super painful moments.
Yeah.
Still, like controls beautifully, and
yeah,
it
it's
just
better than
feels
the
fun.
best. The worst Mario 64 level is better than the best level in this.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And when it's at its best, it's a million times better. Oh.
Yeah,
This game's way slower paced too.
totally. I think the characters you get later can move faster than Donkey Kong, though.
Oh, totally. But like Mario 64, I already had like a couple stars by now.
Oh yeah, you're not. That's true.
Like in this, I'm like just getting out of the tutorial area. It feels like.
Yeah, it's a process, and then you're gonna get a
Hey.
tutorial area with every single character you get.
I got the 2 warp. So does that mean I can warp back?
Oh, that would be mighty handy.
Oh yeah. Whoa! I forgot about that. That's great. Banana warp that like zips you up.
Yeah, that should be how Donkey Kong arrives in Smash Bros.
Yeah, totally.
That'd be great.
How do I get in here? Yeah, McKinley says the Game Boy versions of Rare's games are great. Yeah,
Are they?
well, a lot of them, like a lot of the Donkey Kong ones, were just ports. But as McKinley says, there was like a Perfect Dark game. There was a Perfect Dark game on the Game Boy. The Banjo game, I think, was on the Game Boy Advance. That was different. There was like a different. I can't remember what it was called.
Right.
Yeah, and actually I can't remember when, McKinley, you were talking about this, but there was a comment that I meant to talk about, but I forgot. You mentioned the I don't think it was made by Rare though, but the Game Boy James Bond game.
Oh, that game's great.
Yeah, it's like kind of a Metal Gear Solid
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's bonkers. Like the puzzles almost make no sense, but man, I really enjoyed it as a kid. And
Yeah,
I had
and
a copy of it.
I think
the
Perfect
save-
Dark is kind of similar to that.
on the Game Boy. I never saw that one. I had a copy of James Bond for the Game Boy, but the save function didn't work on it. So
no.
anytime I wanted to play it, I had to start it from the beginning,
Oh,
and I still
no.
Did it a bunch of times, but I never got to the end.
Right. Yeah, I have that on gaming history lists, so I'll put those. I'll put all of those games on when they come up. But
I learned about a cool new Spider-Man game the other day. Kotaku did like a list of the best Spider-Man games ever, and there was a Japan-only Spider-Man beat 'em up that came out
oh, for what?
called like Super Nintendo,
Crazy.
called like Spider-Man Lethal Friends.
That's awful that we got like Maximum Carnage and stuff.
Yeah,
That are terrible.
it's true. It's supposed to be quite good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's.
I was
on
gonna
our-
text you the day. It's. I don't think it's on the
Xbox.
system, but I bet we can find it. Because I guess people like it.
Well, I made it into this area. Boo! Oh no,
Yeah.
K. Lumsey.
What a clumsy Carulian.
He just wants to be free.
Kinley had a James Bond collection that had a racing. Oh yeah, 007 Racing was a cool thing. It was made by the people that made the Project Gotham games.
Huh.
Yeah. So it was like it was a legit racing game. Yeah. It was PS2 era. It was when EA had the license and they were doing all weird shit. Like, remember when they remade From Russia with Love with Sean Connery in it?
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, banana. I wonder if that's Kirkhope.
I hope so. It's a great line. Classic video gaming line. Sounds like a Minions line.
A lot of this, yeah. A lot of the Banjo and Donkey Kong, yeah. A lot of the rare games from this era. Totally.
Oh, is that just
like
British
Minions.
humor from? Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else in here? Oh. Banana. Oh no.
Huh.
I don't know where it is. I only have like 5 seconds to get it.
That's gonna be real tough.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in here, so I just need to get the keys to free him. Okay. It's like hard to find this first world. Assuming there is a first world. I can't even remember how that works.
I really don't either. Are they out in the...
Jump into, they're like painting?
I think they're all worlds.
I think so too.
Isn't there like... Yeah, I really don't... I feel like there's a cave you go in that has like a world select area, but I really don't remember.
Like this is the central area. Or maybe it's the central area of this area. But like there's those numbered wharfs and like if I'm running around finding all these ways to warp back to that central area.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Oh, what's that? How do I get out of this water? I can jump. That would do it. This is so dark, this game. I can barely see anything.
Yeah. It's really it's muddy is what I'd say.
It's a bit easier to see on the computer, but like it's so hard to see.
Oh yeah, when the light flashes, I can see for a second, but I don't know what's going on.
What's this? Oh, something for Tiny Kong.
Oh boy. You're gonna have to write that down. You can write that down in your notebook so we know to come back here.
That's why the instructions have that notes section.
Oh yeah. You're thinking about us all along.
Huh. It's confusing. Like it seems like you are like just supposed to kind of explore.
Right. Just wander aimlessly until you find something.
What are these things? Oh, this is like a boat? You're so slow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Even
Oh,
like
bats. Both
even when
bats.
you like jump in the air, you move slowly through the air.
Yeah.
Like
You can kind of do a long jump that's like a bit better, but it's
Oh.
still awful.
everything is just a snail's
It's like
pace.
that, yeah. Ugh. It's like somehow you move slower and don't go as far as you expect. Okay, I've been up there. Let me try going this way. I've been here too. What's this? Oh, number 3. There must be something in this waterfall.
There's something in the water on Kremlin Isle or whatever island
I
is.
don't know what. Oh, I thought I could jump on him.
Not that kind of game.
You're wrong about the kicking, though. There's,
Oh, no.
One of the main moves is kicking.
Oh, there you go.
So he is definitely
Rap-
he is finally back to kick some tail.
Yeah.
Literally.
Have you kicked any tails so far?
Yes. Oh, there's that banana.
Banana.
I think that's like a star. So, like, is this one of the worlds already?
It might be.
I don't know.
Or it might be. There might be stars strewn about the world.
This might be that world.
This is where I was talking about. Yeah. These are vague memories that are going together in my head.
He's B. Locker.
Of course he is.
And I need the golden bananas. This guy's a jerk.
Yeah.
Whoa! Because it's almost like the game is lagging whenever you jump.
It's just great gameplay. It's what it
It's
is.
brutal.
Gives you time to think about what you're going to do next whenever you jump.
He's making fun of me.
Of course.
Didn't they retcon the original Mario game to make it Cranky Con, who was kidnapping Mario's girlfriend and throwing in barrels at him?
I don't think
Yeah.
retcon.
Well, we
It's just
talked about that a
that's
bit last week, but that was actually like Rare. Rare made that decision without consulting Nintendo.
Yeah.
They never. I don't think they ever made it like an official
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
They
but
just
it's been like assumed at this point. That's just
suggested
how
it.
it is.
Yeah, it's all suggested. So this is Grant Kirkhope's rewrite of Jungle Japes.
Was Jungle Japes the song from Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
David Wise
Right.
composed it for Donkey Kong Country.
Great. Grant Kirkhope improved it.
That's right.
Do they have this song in Mario or Jungle Japes in Smash Brothers? I was having a really hard time putting that thought together.
I think so, probably. Kind of the theme for Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Country.
They made one of the worst ever Smash Brothers levels after it.
Yeah. Yeah, that level's the worst.
It's so bad. It's just got so much random insanity.
I will say, oh shit! I don't know what happened there. I was just about to say how much I like the vine jumping.
So then it screwed you.
It did,
It
but
was
I
like-
don't
it
know
was
why. But it felt really good up to that point, as opposed to other 3D platformers. Particularly, what this reminds me of is Space Age Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah. But like this feels good. Oh, I guess I was supposed to land on the tree. So doesn't that mean I could just climb this tree?
You should be able to, right? I'm not a physician or a physicist or a physician.
Oh, but I can't land on that tree. Or climb that tree. Yeah. What? Why didn't that work? Wow, I could have just done that from the beginning, apparently.
The whole time?
Except I gotta somehow get to the other
Problems are
other side. Cool. Oh, maybe I can get from this tree.
Gotta find some level skips.
McKinley says, "Did we hear about the new lockdown?" Yeah.
Yeah, lockdown's a strong term. For
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's not enough. It's not going to be enough. There'll be a new lockdown in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what he said. We're like, he was like, he basically threatened there. He's like, well, if you guys aren't going to do it, then in 3 weeks I'm going to impose stricter conditions. So then, and then you'll like, he's basically blaming everybody for not doing enough.
Well, I'll continue to just do my thing. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not nearly enough. It's not gonna. Yeah, there's a certain number that they have to get below in the next 3 weeks, or else they're gonna impose stricter lockdowns, like an actual lockdown.
Right. Just do it now.
Well, exactly. Do it 2 weeks ago when all the doctors told you to.
Sure.
And it would be over now. And like all the small businesses could be open for Christmas.
Fewer people would die.
Yeah. What I really don't get is like they say it's all about small businesses. But why don't you have some kind of plan for them at this point?
Sure.
It's been like 8 months.
Yeah, it's 9 months. Yeah, it's been forever.
And and everyone like knew, like all the science was in that there was going to be an inevitable other big spike.
And they've been saying that since the very beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And all the science has checked out since then.
Because that's what science does.
So why wouldn't you have some kind of plan for small businesses to make to get them through the next lockdown?
Figure it out yourself.
Yeah, like instead of they just done nothing.
Hooray.
It's like that doesn't need to be it's not an excuse to not do anything.
No, it's true. I mean, it is as far as they're concerned.
Exactly. Because his sister's a bit upset because her new semester just started. And then what? Yeah, so like the schools are like just ending early and starting late or something? Except not elementary.
Yeah, elementary.
It's like, so it's just a mess. It's like
junior high and high school are just done at school for the year.
Not clear at all.
Crazy.
And then it's like you're not supposed to gather outside your household, but then work's still all acceptable, so that just blurs the line. Like people were like talking about babysitters and stuff. Like how does
Yeah. Oh, it's all bad. I mean, and there isn't an option to fix it that doesn't hurt a lot of people. It's the problem.
Well, no, but like I said, you knew this was coming.
Oh yeah, totally.
Have a plan to minimize it.
Totally.
Like now you're in a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Like that's your own fault.
Plus side, I don't see how he gets reelected after all this.
Well, yeah, you'd hope so.
That's the only because before I would have said there's no chance he doesn't. So that's the only positive.
Well, I mean, even before this, his approval was dropping like ridiculously fast.
He's a fucking idiot.
He's been just a disaster.
Well, he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, just destroy stuff. Hey, Tiny Observer, thanks for the subscription. We're talking about our own local politics being a mess. See, that's the thing. Now they've got rid of Trump. We still have our own little Trump.
Well, he's not as.
He's not as crazy, but he's definitely a result of Trumpism.
Of the anti-intellectualism.
Yeah. Hey, it's the coconut gun.
Oh, fire it in a spurt.
You're gonna fire spurts? Wow, Funky Kong was cool in this game. It was like military themed.
That's sweet.
Well, there's a notorious thing about a fact about this coconut gun that I did know before this.
That isn't that it fires in spurts?
No, it's that originally it was a shotgun, and I actually have a picture of it here. I'll show you.
What? It looked different.
Right there. So I just put the here. I'll get rid of the Elgato here.
Oh yeah, I've seen that screenshot before.
Yeah, that's him with his shotgun, and Diddy's got the pistols.
I never thought about that.
And Miyamoto saw it and was like, "Whoa, okay, nope."
What? But a coconut machine gun is more acceptable.
And apparently Miyamoto drew the coconut gun.
Wow!
Like on the spot. And I was like, "You'll do this instead."
Very weird.
Yeah. That's the story of the coconut gun.
Huh.
Tiny says our guy still doesn't believe he lost. Yeah, that's true. But we still got 3 years of our guy?
I think 2.5.
It's crazy how he his opinion was shattered within his first 6 months, and it's it's felt like oh man, he's done so much damage.
Idiots. Only for idiots, because everyone who had any idea knew he was only going to be bad. But
yeah. Oh yeah, totally. But it's but it's been like Trump and just how much damage he's done too.
It's true.
In a short amount of time.
Oh
we still have so long to go. Lago says Shotgun Kong. Yeah.
That's true. He is a more competent politician than Trump is. That's a big problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can actually make things happen.
Yeah, he's going after our healthcare.
Yeah.
Classic Canadian healthcare. Anyway.
Crazy. Did you see that Donald Trump's trying to bring back death by firing squad before he's out?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be totally surprised.
It's fucking insane. Oh, man.
Oh,
everything's broken everywhere all the time. Our annoying little assholes, not any different than a lot of other annoying little assholes in every other country. It's shocking how many of them there are.
It's true. Oh, there we go. These controls are so complicated.
Oh yeah, they were complicated already in Banjo-Kazooie, and I think they just got worse in this because you have 6 characters. But remember in Banjo-Kazooie you had to hold down the right trigger and then push Z to go into Kazooie walking mode.
Yeah, that always felt good to me. Because you'd press Z to duck.
Yeah.
And then you could do moves from there, and that was right out of Mario 64.
Shooting bullets out of your butt. Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? This is just insane. I don't even know how to put this away. Z and oh no. Oh, because I can shoot out of the aimer too. Oh, yeah, you press Z and left on left C.
Left C, of course. You should have just assumed.
Yeah. But yeah, so you press Z and then you can press A to do the back jump like that, just like Mario 64. And then you press another button and Kazooie's legs would come out and you just start walking.
Oh yeah. I love the sound Kazooie makes when she
Totally. Yeah, it was great actually.
Yeah.
And she was so much faster.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. And she could walk in swamps. Like,
Yeah.
Kazooie's a better character than Banjo when it comes down to
Yeah,
it.
it's true. Tiny Observers, is I the only one that didn't play this? McKinley also
Maybe.
didn't play it.
Okay, there you go.
Did you play any of these kinds of N64 games like Banjo-Kazooie?
Or this, or Buck Bumble, or
Bug Bumble. Oh, there was a million of them. Yeah,
There was a million of
Toxic
them.
Trouble.
Silicon
Yeah,
Valley. was
Silicon
kind of-
Valley. Yeah,
Yeah.
that counts.
Yeah, it was a real genre for a minute.
I don't want to miss McKinley's awesome comment there. He's just, oh, a massive pandemic that's causing tons of death. What should I do to help? I know, take away healthcare.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
yeah,
It's
that's what's
the
going on.
intelligent move. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I mean, who needs it? If you just stay in all the time, you'll never get sick and
Oh,
not
yeah.
need health.
Tiny Observer played Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
So
There you
this
go.
is
You-
like the exact same team that made Banjo-Kazooie.
Almost
made
the
this
exact
game.
same game.
Yeah, like there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But even the guy who like did the music.
Yeah.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
But,
Although
like,
this is still
His
weird.
music has not, like, in Viva Pinata and stuff, his music style is the exact same still.
Totally, yeah. Like xylophones, lots of xylophones.
Yeah.
Go in here. I was thinking I'm supposed to jump on those guys, but I'm supposed to slap them.
Oh, yeah, you gotta slap him.
The DK slap. Man, they should have rhymed that with the rap.
Totally. He needs another verse. Every move he had should have rhymed with DK rap, and they would
Totally.
introduce it all by a song.
Oh, I need Diddy Kong for this, for his peanut gun.
It's way grosser sounding.
I don't know how it fires.
Yeah, I don't know what other form of firing there is besides spurts, anyways.
I don't know.
His peanut gun fires in clumps.
In one long stream.
Gross. I mean, a peanut gun is a great sounding invention. Like, just being able to, like, funnel peanuts into my mouth really quickly sounds great.
I was saying it would be a peanut gun that would like shoot peanuts at a deadly
Oh, right.
speed.
It probably can be purposed either way.
McKinley says, yeah, even some of the sound effects are familiar to Banjo-Kazooie. Totally.
Oh, yeah.
McKinley also said Buck Bumble was another one he played a lot of.
Huh.
That's awesome. Buck Bumble was all right. Although I
That's
think
fine, yeah.
I actually put more time into the soccer minigame than
Oh, wow.
the main game. I loved that game. That was like
Remember-
the most memorable part of it for me.
You got... was it Voodoo Vince you got, or was it Sphinx you got? You owned one of those games.
I
Did you
owned
own
Sphinx. I never played it.
Right.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
Sphinx?
that was supposed to be okay.
Yeah, there were 2 Sphinx games, weren't there? That
I
was
think-
PS2 era.
Yeah. Yeah, that was after the heyday of these games.
Yeah. Oh, what's with this weasel? Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, there was a game called Toxic Trouble that was very much.
I
I can't remember what I can't remember who made it. Also, Rocket Robot on Wheels,
Oh, yeah, on the N64. That game had a colored cartridge.
and that was like a Rockstar game, wasn't it?
It was shoot. What's the name of the company that
Somebody.
made Ghost of Tsushima? Sucker Punch.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's I need to go. Okay.
which is also crazy.
Yeah. And Glover.
Oh yeah, Glover's a neat concept.
It
Oh,
was
neat! I
alright.
said concept crazy.
I played all of those games.
Yeah. You were a fan of the genre.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it almost doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. I just need to take these slower. They're not bad. It's me just trying to rush them.
Rush through.
Were they the ones that also made Infamous? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of their earlier games.
Sly Cooper.
Robot on Wheels.
It's supposed to be good. I've never played Rocket.
I remember enjoying it, but there was like a part fairly early on that I just couldn't figure out. I was too young, and I just didn't.
Right.
I didn't, and I rented it, and I had to go back before I could figure it out.
Yeah, that was often the case. If the game wasn't somewhat simple as a kid, who's gonna put the effort into figuring it out? Yeah, progress.
Ooh, that's Grant Kirkhope. Hey, I got me a banana.
Oh, nice.
Banana.
Do they all say banana different when you get a banana?
I don't know. I don't know if he said it on that one. I couldn't really hear him over me saying banana. But, well, definitely when it was revealed. Hey, and it's Diddy Kong.
Oh, man. The Diddy Kong?
I need to shoot
Release him from prison?
with my coconut gun.
What's he doing in jail?
K. Rool put him in there.
But
That was
maybe
at
he's
the
got a
beginning.
valid reason.
That was at the beginning of the story.
Was it for political crimes?
Oh, maybe. I thought that would be what I was supposed to do, but apparently not. How do I get him out of there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Are there...
McKinley says, this seems to be one of Rare's worst games. They were usually pretty good. Perfect Dark was amazing for its time. The enemy's guns would even jam.
At its time, this was not bad.
Yeah, like I was saying, this was kind of the beginning of the end. And also, like I said, it got great reviews.
Well, and after this, they did Cameo, Perfect Dark Zero, Grabbed by the Ghoulies for Microsoft. But then they got to Viva Pinata and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So they did get back doing really good stuff. After only 3 games, but it was like 10 years.
Yeah, and they've been like pretty hit or miss since then too.
What else have they done?
Yeah, exactly. Like they've done stuff, but
people really liked Rare Replay.
yeah, but like they have done stuff. I can't think of anything off the top of my head though. Like I think they did some Kinect stuff.
I don't even know. I'm gonna find out.
I don't understand this. Clearly, I'm supposed to shoot them with my coconut gun. They're also so prolific in the NES days. They made a bajillion games. But this was really their heyday. And this wasn't the last game they made for Nintendo, but it was the first one that just wasn't... I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it got good reviews, but as time went by, it was received worse and worse.
Here we go. Here's the history of Rare's games that we would know. No, not even. There's so many games on the NES that they did fucking Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and Sesame Street and WWF.
Yeah, there's a
John
billion
Elway,
on the NES.
Verbal Madness. Yeah. California Games, Cobra Triangle. They made a Hollywood Squares game on the NES.
They're super prolific.
Weird. They've made a bunch of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune games, actually.
And then like even when they were making good stuff for Microsoft, it was so sporadic.
Yeah. Well then, okay, let's see. Once we get to...
So, yeah, get to Donkey Kong 64, because then after that, there's not much. It's like Game Boy Advance games. I can't even remember what else, and then Star Fox Adventures was their last, like, original Nintendo game.
It's crazy. On the N64, they had Killer Instinct, Blast Corps, GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Kazooie, Jet Force Gemini, then Donkey Kong 64, all in the span of 3 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Then they did Mickey's Adventure Racing.
Oh yeah, and they did have Banjo-Tooie after Donkey Kong still, but.
And then they also did Perfect Dark after Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's true as well.
Yeah, Mickey Speedway USA, Banjo-Tooie.
But those were like very quick. Those were like in the next few months after Donkey Kong.
Oh, I can't tell actually. Yeah, they're in the following year, but who knows?
Yeah.
And then they did
Perfect Dark. I think was delayed.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was 2001, so it was 2 years later. Then
that's crazy.
Then in 2002 they put out Star Fox Adventure. And let's see. Then they put out a GBA game. They put out Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, and then Grabbed by the Ghoulies. And then they just put out GBA games.
Yeah.
Saber Wolf, Donkey Kong Country 2, Banjo Pilot, It's Mr. Pants. I have a sealed copy of It's Mr. Pants. Then Conker Live and Reloaded for the Xbox. So now that's 2 years after Grabbed by the Ghoulies. And then Cameo Elements of Power, Perfect Dark Zero, Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, Connect Sports, Killer Instinct, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, right, Sea of Thieves.
And Battletoads most recently.
Right.
People still like Sea of Thieves, but they didn't at first, I think, right? That was one that
I'm so confused. What the hell? I don't see how else I'm supposed to rescue Diddy.
DD Kong.
I said DK.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, they didn't. Still not much, especially like between.
No, considering how much they put out for a little while.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Oh, can I coconut gun this?
Oh, you fire it in a spurt.
Spurt.
Take that gun.
Oh, okay. I need to hit 3 of these switches to free Diddy Kong.
Now you can rescue him.
Those are like lights to tell me that I've hit the switches. They weren't the switches themselves.
Ooh.
Now
Very
true. Switches. So yeah, they still did have some really beloved platformers after this, and some beloved games after this. But it was the first kind of game in their heyday, of that era, that started to be received badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that
Rare was essentially first-party Nintendo at that point. And, you would look forward to their games as much as you would a Nintendo game.
Totally.
But that doesn't happen. No one cares anymore.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I feel like I'm hearing parts of music from the classic Donkey Kong game.
This song is
okay, where it's like.
Doodle-doo, 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 doodle-doo.
I guess I've never put that together.
Yeah, this is Jungle Japes.
This is the Jungle Japes?
Yeah, this is the one written by David Wise.
Remixed by Greg Kirby.
Yeah.
I see.
Remixed.
Do you think he yelled remix when he made it?
Probably.
Remix. Yeah.
Every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tiny Zero says, "Did I press the peanut button?" Yeah, and then McKinley said, "Yeah, I can only Diddy can shoot those peanut buttons." His peanut gun.
Perfect Dark Zero was on the Xbox 360, Vic. Is that on Game Pass?
Perfect Dark Zero was on, yeah.
It is? Wow, that game was a mess.
It is on Game Pass, yeah.
It's super bad.
Came out last week, I think.
On
no,
Game
this
Pass?
week.
Are you serious? Really?
Because we had it was a launch game, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
We had Cameo on the list this week.
Right. Oh, but I thought you meant came out on Game Pass this week.
Oh, I think that's
okay.
the. Oh no, yeah, it came out in gaming history this week.
That makes sense. That's cool. Yeah, also historic.
Yeah, a bunch. This is Rare released so many. Like it feels like they almost like started this November craze because all the Donkey Kong games, all the Donkey Kong Country games came out.
November is a rare month.
In November.
The rarest month of all.
I thought it was above there, but I can't see it now. Is that just draw distance, or is that... No, it's there. So what? How do I get closer?
That's toughy.
I can't just shoot it, even though I know it's there. No. Maybe I can shoot it from above. McKinley, do you still have Perfect Dark Zero?
I don't, actually. But if it's on Game Pass, then who needs to own anything ever anymore?
McKinley wanted to borrow it from you.
Oh, no, I don't. Sorry about that. I bet it goes on sale for very cheap on Xbox 360 still. Like, I still think they have sales and stuff on there, don't they? I have no idea. I know it was crazy common when I worked at a game store. Yeah, they made a lot of copies of that.
It's weird. I guess that's where I was supposed to shoot that from, but it doesn't feel right at all.
Oh.
But I got Diddy Kong.
Perfect.
There's a banana in there.
Banana.
Banana.
Man. Do you start with all of your powers for the new characters? Or do you have to, like, find stuff? I can't remember.
Good question. Let me see. Like, because there's, like, a Cranky Kong area. Or not, no, a Funky Kong area in this level. So do I have to go there with Diddy to get his peanut blaster? Or will they just start
man. I bet you do.
Now I can see red bananas everywhere that only Diddy Kong can pick up.
Does that mean that Diddy Kong...
Yeah, so you have to go through every level 5 times.
It's insane.
With each character.
And get all the bananas.
To collect everything, yeah.
But I mean, if you were a kid that only got one game a year or whatever, that's a lot of bananas to get for your game.
It was. I do remember some minecart levels being pretty frustrating in this game. Oh yeah, I don't think I have to go to Funky Kong.
Oh yeah.
To get my peanut blaster.
Jeez. If I heard your long continuous stream.
Oh wait, what? Oh. I need to collect something for my peanut blaster?
No. Nothing simple in the world of Donkey Kong 64.
It says once we can stream in the same room, we should do Mario Kart Double Dash for multiplayer madness. We have.
We did a complete run through.
We did an all cup. Yeah.
Yeah. And you beat me, or I don't actually remember.
You
how
beat
it
me.
went.
Yeah, I remember.
Ah, perfect. I'm excellent at games.
Yeah. It didn't come back to me as much as it did for you.
Yeah. That game was great. What a fun
It's
game.
so good. Wink. And he said he needed something. He needed something. Something about needed the 3 big ones. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Actually, and now that you mention, because what gives the extra 1 in 101%? I can't remember at all.
Yeah. Probably just getting. There's probably a banana you can get to by unlocking all the other bananas.
When you save, it just goes. It's just DK. And he goes, okay. Pretty sure that's Grant Kirkhope.
That's awesome. That's some good voice acting.
Yeah, let's go. Let's check out the 101% game. He says we didn't play on the same cart though. No, that's not as fun because one person can just shoot items. That's all they can do.
Yeah, exactly. That's not fun at all. And it's pretty easy too to win when you're the only person playing.
The 2 characters per cart thing still came into play in an awesome way with single player because you could carry 2 items.
Oh, it mattered big time.
What the? Oh.
Double Dash is.
I was like, why did I get a game over? But it's because I just quit.
It remains the best Mario Kart.
Yeah, totally. Although 8's very good. And the only problem, the only thing I don't like about Double Dash as much as the modern ones is that the modern ones have double the courses.
Oh yeah, just because they have old courses.
And have I love that though, like a remix.
Yeah.
A selection of old courses. But yeah, I'd love to have them do another game in the same style as Double Dash. Wow, I have 3 watermelons.
Oh man, what are you gonna do with them?
Who should I play as? Chunky Kong, Tiny Kong, or Lanky Kong? Oh,
Lanky Kong.
gotta be Lanky.
What are the? Yeah, you're just so healthy. Can you do that thing? Don't you like walk on your arms and like stilt yourself up? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's kind of like Kazooie's walk.
A little bit. Does he make a similar sound?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. There you go.
Woohoo! Whoa, hop. Oh, he's annoying. The game who's only ever played Double Dash, Wii, 64, and the GBA one.
The GBA,
played them all.
you got the most of the good ones.
What?
That's most of the good ones, if you ask me. I don't really like the new ones much.
The GBA one's the worst.
I'd say the Super Nintendo one is the worst.
No, I would definitely say the GBA one.
But those two play the most similarly to each other, also.
Yeah.
But yeah,
64 is great. That's one of the best ones.
total 64 has, I think, the best battle mode of all of them.
Yeah. Although the new one, 8, has a pretty great battle mode.
Yeah, I've never played that, so I don't even
Oh, this is the
know.
boss right here.
Oh, jeez.
First, I'm gonna go look at the other worlds.
I seem to remember when you fight K. Rool in this, he's in like a giant tank or something. It's something
Yeah.
weird.
They all got Wrinkly Kong on them.
Gross. What a gross.
Oh, Wrinkly Kong's dead.
Ah.
What are these? Are these hints?
Must be.
Truth the switch over the giant Minecraft. Yeah, I think they're hints or something.
You don't need hints. You have all the bananas.
Oh, weird. So are there different entrances to... I don't know how this works. Anyway,
No
I'm gonna
idea.
fight the boss. I'm gonna change to
Cool.
Chunky Kong.
You think Chunky's the best fight?
I don't think I'll be able to beat him.
Oh yeah, these bosses were usually very complicated,
Mhm.
and like they're like puzzle bosses where you have to use every mechanic in the game against them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have to remember all your moves.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen. So set expectations accordingly.
Donkey Kong's pretty sweet. I like the way he walks. And I like his long jump.
I like his coconut gun.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong is just
Oh, I forgot to look at what what the weapons are.
yeah.
What
Really
the?
fighting ones?
There's like a wrestling ring in this ship and a talking
That's-
microphone.
If I'm gonna have my own evil shit, for sure. How else would I expect it to wrestle?
It is pretty great that this is like the final boss is just a boxing match.
Yeah. Is it like I can't remember? Maybe it's more of a punch out style thing. If I remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, I almost feel like it's first person.
Huh.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I believe in you. Get rid of those awful Kremlinites.
This is what happened to K. Rool's eyes. Is he on death? Well, he always kind of had one bloodshot eye, didn't he?
Yeah, he always kind of yeah. He's just a little unhinged.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. I think there's first-person segments or something. I have no idea what to do. Oh,
Perfect.
never mind. God, that's so bad. Oh, there's some first person. Oh, but he blocked. Ah, you gotta wait till he starts gloating. Again, this is, I thought you picked Chunky. Why are you Donkey Kong now? I think he goes through all of them.
Oh, they gotta show off every mechanic in the game in this fight.
Oh, he faked me out.
Just like a real boxing match that it is.
Oh, he faked me out again. Sweet. I wonder if I have to just do it fast enough or if he'll eventually do it for a long time. So
Oh
he'd
yeah.
get there and I'd probably get him, but... Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I have to do it fast.
Jeez.
I have to know when it's coming. Okay. Oh, I was like one off.
Oh man. What an insane thing. this
God.
is. What's the time limit for?
I don't know. Saved by the bell. Oh, now it's Diddy Kong's turn.
Yeah. Oh, Diddy.
Whoa, he's throwing his gloves at me. That's illegal.
That seems like, yeah, a real
Oh,
jerk.
this is some kind of power up for this jetpack. Oh, why can't I get in there? What the hell? What the? I don't understand.
Yeah, I have no clue. This boss fight is deceptively hard. Where's his hand?
There we
when
go.
he throws his
Got
glove
my
at him?
jetpack. Wow. I don't know what I'm supposed to shoot. Can I shoot? Oh, can I shoot these lights onto him?
Oh.
No, I can. This one has targets on it.
Pretty clever. Oh man! Now do you have to hit him when the thing's on his head?
Oh, no.
Nope. Jeez.
I'm gonna die. What the? Uh-oh. I was just frozen. I'm
What?
frozen again.
What's freezing you?
I don't know. But that's enough talking.
That's enough Donkey Kong for one day.
Yeah, I'm done.
Please and
And
thank
I
you.
really need some water.
Mm.
This throat is so parched.
That's what Donkey Kong does. He just sucks the moisture out
That's
of
what
you.
he does. Classic Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break. Switch games. We're going to play some Kirby Dreamland 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Totally.
So we'll be right back.
Let's come back.
All right. Whoa, we're back.
Oh, yay.
Oh man, that took forever.
So typical.
Mostly because I didn't have this game ready. Because Donkey Kong didn't work.
That's the thing. Things get in the way. Yeah.
Technical issues. Because we try to do awesome things, like play all these different games from different times.
Exactly. We play awesome games like Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah. And Kirby's
all
Dream
worth
Land
it.
3.
I mean, one of those two is vaguely awesome, at least.
Yeah.
Kirby's always a little bit awesome.
Yeah, I've always been a big Kirby fan. Even the ones like this that are like this. Like I'm a bigger fan of stuff like Superstar.
Oh yeah, oh
where
for
there's
sure.
a lot more going on. But even these, the Dreamland, the 3 Dreamland games were like super simple. The very first Kirby game was Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy.
It is absurdly simple.
And it was made to be very, very simple. And the 2, like there was lots of Kirby games in between them, like Kirby's Adventure and Kirby Superstar. But the 2, they did make 2 direct sequels to the first Kirby's Dream Land game. Kirby's Dream Land 2 and 3, and they followed in the super simple formula that the first one had. This one was a bit different though. It had some animals, friendly animals. Had a great art style.
Oh, it does it ever.
It's kind of like that handmade kind of look before they started getting into that with Kirby's Epic Yarn later.
Yeah.
It was the very last Super Nintendo game published by Nintendo in North America.
Crazy.
It came out November 27th, 1997. So the N64 had been out for a full year.
That's nuts. No wonder nobody played this game.
Kirby games kind of notoriously though, or like in the past have released super late.
Right at the end of the generation.
In console generations lifespans. So yeah. There's my 97%. I didn't get 100%.
Oh man, you let us all down.
Didn't get no 101% in Kirby.
I think Kirby goes up to 500%. That's how serious he is about things.
There was problems with the PAL conversion, so it wasn't released in Europe and Australia at the time until the Wii U, it came out on the Wii.
That's crazy. That's a long time. I mean, I definitely didn't know about this game at the time it came out either.
No,
like it only sort of barely came out here.
Yeah, like I loved Kirby Superstar.
Yeah.
Tiny Observer says, "Do you guys have a favorite Kirby game?" I just said it.
Superstar.
That was perfect timing. It's Kirby Superstar. Is easily my favorite Kirby game. For the NES. I think it preceded this game. I want to say.
I think so. Yeah.
In the Kirby pantheon.
Yeah. Then like Nightmare and Dreamland's supposed to be very, very good.
Nightmare and Dreamland for the Game Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's a remake of Adventure, I want to say.
Is it? Okay, but it's like
Adventure?
a full rethinking, isn't it?
Yes, it's really good. All the Game Boy ones are great. All the DS ones are great. I love Kirby.
I didn't like Kamma's Curse.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan of like all the spin-off ones, including like Epic Yarn and
Curse 2.
The one where you're a bunch of little Kirbys. Mass
I
Attack.
never played that. March of the Might. Maybe
They're all good. They're all fine, but they're
right.
I just like classic Kirby more.
Totally.
What's your favorite Tiny Observer? You know what my second favorite probably is? Return to Dreamland, I think it's called. The one on the Wii.
Interesting.
That one was so good. My favorite Kirby games are the ones that give you lots of powers and lots of moves. Hey, look at these cute animals. Should I take the cat or the hamster?
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Okay,
Lost you?
someone phoned my phone, and that always makes everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa, the cat just rolls me around. That's great.
That's awesome. What a great cat friend.
I love that, like, you'd think he would ride the cat, but the cat doesn't play like that.
No, not at all.
The cat's gonna be riding Kirby. Cat's in control here. Like, Kirby doesn't even look pleased. He's like, ah!
It's probably
He's
painful.
like, oh.
He's getting all dirty
And then you shoot, like, at an angle? It's really bizarre.
Oh.
But I also Return to Dreamland or whatever, the Wii one, I think was the last one I played. I kind of just couldn't afford Kirby games after a while
And they're so short.
they're so short and they're like full price, like $80.
Yeah.
And I never played the 3DS one. That's another 3DS game I'd like to play actually. The
What's
robot
that
one.
called?
The one where you like it's Kirby in a mech.
Yeah.
And then the Wii U one. Or wait, no, there's a Switch one.
There's a lot more Kirby games than I realized.
I don't know if
Or
there's a
than I
Wii
think.
U. I don't think there is a Wii U one, like a specific
Oh.
Wii U one. But there's that Switch one, and I always wanted to play that. That's the one that like apparently got way better with the DLC.
Right. Then there's also the free-to-play Switch one.
Yes, yeah, there's that one too. I don't know what to think about that one. Again, that's like a side. It's like more of a spin-off one. I don't. They aren't as good.
Yeah, oh,
for
totally.
me. I love me some Kirby though.
It's a fun series.
No, don't have to think at all.
Yeah, well, you do if you're going for everything.
It's just
But
colorful and happy. Yeah, but barely.
yeah, you're right. You just have to play through the levels again, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Which you probably will anyway, because you'll be done them usually pretty fast.
Yeah, in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I wonder if in another Smash Brothers game they'll totally redo the way Kirby works, because he's had so many different ways he works through all his games.
It's true, yeah. There's so many things you can draw from.
Yeah,
What's wrong with this flower? Sad flower.
it's a sad flower.
There's nothing I can do.
I mean, you could
that
probably
doesn't look right.
give it plant food.
Oh, what's the mini game in this one? Oh, I don't know how it works.
Oh.
It was great. Little level select screens. Weird
Totally.
pictures. Tiny Observances. I'm not sure what my favorite is. So many.
There's too many Kirby.
There
Well,
are
there's
too
not.
many.
There's not enough of it. There's not enough, really.
No,
Maybe
there's
more than Kirby.
Kirby's actually one of the ones that like one of Nintendo's most consistent franchises.
It's true. They don't. They never forgot about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's every generation has, but I guess it's kind of because it's HAL.
Oh yeah.
You got HAL Laboratory making them. Whoa, it's gooey.
Thinking back, my second favorite Kirby might be Kirby 64.
Oh, really?
That game's weird.
It's great, but it's not one of my favorites. I love I don't think there's no
Combo
Kirby I
powers
dislike.
Combo powers is such a cool idea.
That was very cool. Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. Man, I just lost my other animal, and now I'm getting a new animal. And I lost it on purpose because I was getting sick of it.
Now
Or
you
should I
have
take the
Gooby the
bird
slime.
or the lady slime? Well, I have my male slime, so maybe I should take the lady slime to keep them company.
The lady slime. Doesn't the lady slime like go on top of Kirby like a hat? Or
Yeah,
something?
and he looks like he's it's eating his brain. Like he's just like
Right. It's like inside. Huh.
Wow, and then he whips it around like a hat.
Crazy.
Well, the N64 one was the one right after this.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm assuming it was. Whoa, what the hell is this thing?
What thing?
This guy. It's like a
I can't even see
spring
it.
man.
Oh yeah, with a butt for a head.
Can't. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to interact with him.
Interesting.
Huh. Oh.
Very interesting.
Oh. I give up.
I don't have time to solve your puzzle, weird spring man.
Wow, those guys are creepy. And they just throw their faces at you.
Yeah. What an
Blob
awful
man.
hell demon.
This game's weird. It like controls there's more momentum in it than there usually is for a Kirby game.
Totally.
You like walk slowly, and then if you dash, you kind of build momentum. Wow, Gooey just ate that rock.
Gross.
Gooey, oh! Why didn't you eat that rock,
Gooey's a
Gooey?
perv.
That's the rock that killed me.
The rock that killed my family.
Now I am the rock.
That's my
Like,
favorite
Gooey's
line
kind
from
of just
Breaking
distracting, actually.
Bad. Huh.
Like he kills enemies that I'm about to kill, but then doesn't kill enemies that I miss.
Oh, Gooey.
Gooey.
Can't live with him. Can't live with him.
That's Gooey. Yeah, let's take this, whatever this power is gonna be. Wait, how do I get rid of it? Oh, Gooey. Damn it. How did I, I don't know how to get rid of my power. I also don't know how to get rid of Gooey.
I don't
We're
know.
stuck as Gooey in the rock. Oh, see, there are lots of walls in this game that can only be destroyed by certain powers.
Right.
So there's a decent amount of replay, I bet, in this one.
Huh.
If you want to get everything.
Yeah. You're gonna be that patient. You apparently almost got everything.
Yeah.
Just missed out on one thing, or maybe two things.
Yeah, maybe, I don't even know what that, like what you need for that percentage, actually. I haven't even noticed much. Most of the stuff seems to be like, yeah, one-ups and things.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really?
That's what the percentage... Oh.
No, I don't think that's what the percentage is. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what's behind a bunch of those things.
Oh, I see. I see.
So there's not actually, you don't actually need them.
Right.
I'm playing this on the Wii in the Kirby Anniversary Collection, which was the first time I played this game. Oh, I got rid of my power.
Great.
There we go. I figured it out. Still don't know how to get rid of Gooey though.
You need Gooby.
powers aren't great in this game.
Oh no, they're not memorable. That's for damn sure.
Well, it's like it's most of the normal ones, but like I don't know, the later Kirby's and even Superstar found ways to make some of the most even basic ones at least a bit more fun.
Oh yeah.
By giving you like more moves you could do.
Right. Hey, it's true. Superstar, the powers all had a lot of things you could do with it, except for rock and sleep.
Yeah, exactly. They still had some, but like even rock, like had all those different forms to it and stuff.
Totally. And there were times where I would just sit there becoming rock until I could be the Mario or the Samus form.
Yeah, exactly. Just see something weird, or like the statue of David.
Yep. There's a bunch.
Yeah, I think a Thwomp. Wow. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know. Oh shit. Okay, I have to look at what he throws. What's Gooey doing there? Oh no, I just failed. Ah, Gooey. It's all Gooey's fault. Oh god. Oh, that was crazy. Go down, down, down. Oh, too far down. This is ridiculous. That was too fast. Oh, that's a game over. Shit.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That's rough.
Yeah. That room sucked.
It really did.
Hopefully I wasn't too far into this level.
Is there any form of save states on this game?
I don't
on the
think
Wii?
so. No.
No, that's surprising.
I shouldn't really need them.
Oh no, it's not difficult.
That was pretty bad. I'm not doing great now either, though. Like, I thought the Kirby games were so easy.
Yeah,
Dude, this one
what
does
you
seem a
got.
bit harder. Man, like there's a lot of shit being thrown at me. And the
Oh,
powers
that's-
aren't great. If I still had Cutter.
Oh yeah, you could just be throwing your frisbees everywhere.
Like I have to be rocking electricity on this level.
Electricity's not a bad power.
It's terrible in this one. It's
Oh,
basically rock.
right. Oh, because it's just in one area, you mean?
Yeah, you just look at.
Where you are, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get it this time. Yeah, it was this guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the business.
At least I don't have Gooey anymore. Oh, he's doing more.
What's he doing?
Oh shit!
Oh.
I think it was this guy. No. That's hard.
It's too small for me to be able to help you here. It doesn't seem to
Okay.
matter.
Like this room is just mean. Like, you have to go at the same pace as all these
Yeah.
pig things.
Wait, why do you have to go at the same pace as them?
If you go too fast, you'll die, and if you don't go fast enough, you'll die.
They're what controls the speed of the camera?
Well, they're moving at the same pace as the camera.
Huh.
Like it's an auto-scrolling camera.
Weird. Very strange. Someday they should have cannon power in one of these games.
That'd be awesome. I think they might have. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is it wasn't a cannon, but in Kirby 64, I think Fire Arrow, you actually like turn into a bow and arrow.
Really?
Yeah, like Kirby. Yeah, it was like and you'd shoot a fire arrow. So it was like I can't remember what the combination was. Fire and something.
Right. Probably a needle.
Yeah, maybe. So some of these characters, I think that little girl on the character select screen there are from different Nintendo games.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's a direct reference. I'm hoping I can get to the level that has it. I don't even want to say it.
Huh.
Because you'll see if I can get there.
Okay.
But there's a there's a very direct reference to another Nintendo game.
Right.
Most of them are Japanese only games.
I wonder what it's gonna be.
But the one that I'm talking, the one that you'll see later if I can get to it, it's like the only really well-known game.
Right.
That's not just in Japan. But the other ones are all, I think, Japan only games.
Huh.
Like I haven't gotten any other powers for so long. Ooh.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's like more of like you get one power per level. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just all rock. I'm like Charlie
all
Brown.
rock all the time.
I'm like Charlie Brown going trick or treating. All rocks.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh shoot.
It's great music.
Yeah, Kirby's always had such great music.
It's true. Oh. Wow, I can really squish down as Kirby.
It's important when you're like a ball that has no natural defenses.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's
I mean,
hollow.
I guess sucking things is a pretty natural defense.
I'm making good use of rock. Oh shit, sit there. Oh god, I just got totally distracted by this one up.
Oh no.
I got
No
it.
more
But
rock.
I lost rock, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Rock sucks. I gotta
Who
get new
needs
power
rock?
soon. Hopefully I don't fight a
Good old
boss
rock.
before then.
No.
Bat power. Oh, that would be a great one. Tiny Wizard says, no, not rock. I know, right?
Nothing beats rock.
That's true. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like, who's this? I think this is from an old Nintendo game. Like, it's actually
Really?
graphics directly ripped out of an old Nintendo game.
Huh. It's
Totally.
definitely not a Kirby character.
It absolutely is, because the thing that I'm talking about later has like a challenge mid-level, and the character appears at the end of the level. So I probably missed something, and this character would do something for me if I.
Right, if you had done it properly.
I don't know what game, Tiny Observer, that like, it's either Yayaki, Shin, Onigamisha.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Classic.
it's one of those two. Yeah. Actually, you will I don't know if he shows up anywhere, but Gyromite's in the game.
Oh, weird.
Like the old, yeah, he was a robot that Nintendo sold in the NES games that interacted with the game.
Yeah, he's cool. Rob the robot?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, right. Of course.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Oh wow! I forgot about this. That's great. It's not a great power, but I love that Broom's a power in this game.
It's true. It always should be because there's always been sweepers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not great.
Sweepers are kind of shitty.
Just that very small plume of dust that goes just a little ways in front of you.
Yeah.
Man, the graphics are great in this game. Those birch
They
trees
really
look
are.
so good.
Yeah. It's so like artly looking.
Yeah, and all the layers.
Yeah.
So many layers of art. Oh.
That's how you make the best art. Is just so many layers.
If these propeller guys give me any power.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, they
At
don't.
least they should give you a cool hat.
I wonder if it's better to just not even be a broom guy. It's probably better to just not even fight enemies.
Oh yeah. Do the Dark Souls route. Run through your game.
Oh shit! I should have got Cutter. That's what I need. There he is. Okay.
Oh.
Got. Man, lots of doors. I bet you some of these are animals. Yep. I don't even know if I want animals. I guess they take a hit for me.
It's true, but they also obstruct your
Alright,
moveset.
I'll do the hamster.
Do the hamster.
Do the hamster thing. Whoa, he throws you like a boomerang. I wonder if that's because of the power I have. I think it is. Huh. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because the cat, I had Cutter for the cat too, and that was like a Cutter type power.
Huh.
But like they're not great. Like I should just be running
Oh, totally.
past everything. Oh god. It's crazy that you can throw Kirby and control the, like you're just controlling the hamster basically. I can avoid Kirby.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I can
That's
jump
a
over him.
thing.
Oh, the hamster can't go in a door by himself. Oh, this poor fish. See, yeah, there's a guy like waiting at the end of every level. I don't know if they're all. I don't think they're all from different games, but
Right.
there's just some cameos.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that girl, I'm pretty sure is from Shin Onigashima. Yeah, she totally is. I recognize them from Smash Bros. They were like,
Oh, is she a trophy or?
they were trophies. Yeah, even in Melee, and it's like you'd recognize one of the characters. He's like a kid who's like a caveman with big blue hair that covers his eyes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think he's in this game too.
Huh.
I don't even know what kind of...
But not doing anything, just as a cameo.
Yeah, exactly. They stand at the end of the level, like that girl was. That girl's
Right.
from the same game.
Interesting.
No, I'll stick with the hamster. Green Rabbit says, "Do we play PC games? New ones?"
I do not.
No, we don't really. I kind of do.
Yeah, you do on occasion.
Yeah. My PC is powerful enough to run most things, but Grimpen doesn't have a PC.
No. Nor do I have much interest in PC gaming. It's more stressful than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But
There's
it's
just
been
so many-
worth it in the past for me, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I played like
It's definitely cool shit.
I played Fallout 4 on the PC and had mods and stuff. And it
A
was
way better
Oh, it
experience.
was incredible. Yeah. Whoa, those crazy spider enemies are weird and like apparently a reference to Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Huh. Like to the
Like
angels in it, or
Their names. They're called Mariel.
I have no idea.
It sounds like a stretch to me, but according to VG
I mean,
Facts,
I know nothing about Evangelion.
it's like a reference to an Evangelion named Materiel, which is depicted as a spider-like being.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, Green Rabbit. I did see this. That Red Dead Online is becoming its own thing and being sold for $5.
$5?
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Oh, I saw that it was its own thing, but I did not know that it was that cheap. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why isn't GTA Online that cheap?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy too. Did you see that announcement of the stuff they're adding to that
No.
in December? Yeah, GTA Online's getting like a huge update that adds a whole new map, like a whole new island,
Oh, crazy.
and a new heist
'Cause
mission that
up
can be
to this
done
point,
single
it's been,
player.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Up to this point, it's just been all the area from GTA 5, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's gonna be like it's basically like a new, like
Wow.
a new like section of a new GTA game, basically.
That's bonkers. I mean, that thing has made them so much money.
Yeah, well, it's crazy that's like they're making like there's gonna be GTA 5 for the PS5 and like there's like it ran through a whole generation, a whole console generation.
Yeah, they added first person in the PS4 generation at least, but yeah, it's really it's been the same. Skyrim is the same way.
Pretty much, not quite like that, but like Skyrim's not as popular as Grand Theft Auto right now.
Oh, right now, Grand Theft Auto is always popular.
I know, but like, not. I don't think it's been this consistently popular.
Maybe
like
not.
This many people playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's true. Probably that's crazy.
You're gonna have since GTA 5 Online is gonna be free.
GTA Online has always looked like a lot of fun. Like if you had a group of 3 people or whatever to play it with.
Totally, man. I forgot that I feel like I never knew this, but man, I must have that the powers change for all the animals.
Oh, depending on what suit Kirby has?
Yeah, like whatever power Kirby has, the animals get a different move. Like look at his awesome his duster.
That is awesome.
Like I'm assuming all the animals get like a sweep, some kind of broom. Some kind of
maybe,
sweeping.
yeah, because that's really long range, actually. So maybe broom is great with something.
Like let's see, there might be animals in here.
What do you think slime broom is?
I don't think you can play with slime. Oh no, shit! I don't know how.
What about the one that goes on your head, the pink girl?
Oh yeah, that right. But you can't play with gooey.
No.
Let's see what cat broom is. Oh, she uses Kirby as a broom.
Weird. That sounds awful. Cat's just mean to Kirby.
Yeah. Now what about? Oh shit. Whoa, Kirby uses the bird as a broom. As a feather duster. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Man, that's fantastic. This game is pretty great.
Yeah, it's got some great attention to detail and stuff in it.
Does GTA 5 Online have crossplay, do you know?
I don't know. That would be cool. It should, but it seems like it's big enough to get crossplay.
Or even Red Dead Online.
I don't think Red Dead does right now.
No, says Green Rabbit. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You got into Red Dead Online a bit, didn't you, Grimpen?
I mean, I started it. I played like maybe 2 hours, which was enough to get through a lot of the tutorial.
Wow. Wow, look at the worms.
There's still so much left.
I wonder if they'll, like, it seems like with, especially selling it separately, they're going to try to make it like they're trying to sell it like GTA 5 Online.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I wonder if they'll keep.
The problem that I ran into in the small amount I played, it is so much more racist than GTA Online is. I think.
Like the people.
Oh man, and there's voice chat for everybody in the world, and I don't want to hear what those people have to say.
Wow, look at this sad clown. I wonder if he's from a game. Oh, I can't tickle him.
Sad Clown Adventure Hour.
Wonder what I was supposed to do to make them happy. I haven't pleased one of these guys in a long time.
Pleased a clown in a while?
It's been years.
Years. Yeah, but you like a sad clown. You've always been a fan of a sad clown more than a happy clown.
Yeah, Green Arrow says it's proximity chat, so you have to be near them to hear them now.
Oh, yeah. So I just have to not hang out near racists and I'll be okay.
Man. Oh, man. This is a hard Wispy Woods. He's just annihilating me.
Yeah? This is the hardest form of Wispy Woods, or is it?
Powers do suck.
Huh.
Like
They just don't have much impact to them.
Well, with Broom, like you have to get close for all of them.
Right. You'd be better off, just sucking up the apples. Is this Wispy Wood harder than fighting 2 Wispy Woods?
Yeah.
Wow.
Boom. Knocked his block off. Oh no! I looked away. And he turned all evil.
He Madam Butterflied you.
Did you see the hard game clip reel?
I did. That was pretty great.
That moment's right in there.
It's such a horrible moment.
Yeah.
That was just a terrible time in my life.
Wow. He never hit me in his evil moment. His evil form.
Thank goodness. If an evil thing touches you, you get possessed.
Green Rabbit says a lot of things have gone into Red Dead Online. It's way better now.
Huh. I mean, it was only like 2 or 3 months ago I played it. And the time that I stopped playing it was when everything stopped working for a couple days there. When, like, you'd shoot bullets and bullets would just hang in the air.
Right. It got insanely glitchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming they got past that error, or that issue for...
What? Let's see. Oh, whoops. Oh well, let's play. Oh, never mind then.
Play the game.
I guess, yeah, I have that other file, so if I don't get there, I can...
You can try and get that last 3%.
Well, I can, I know, I just want to play the level that has the game cameo.
Oh, right. Do you think it'll have a level select?
Yeah.
That you'll be able to go back to? Or, like, you'll be able to go to the old levels?
Totally.
Sweet.
As he plays it on PC, it's the best looking game graphically he's ever seen. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
the graphics are insane.
Yeah,
I mean, like maybe the only thing I've seen recently that challenge it would be Last of Us 2.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, that game was insanely. It's just so detailed.
Yeah. I don't know what the best looking game I've ever played.
So what? The sweeping thing for this guy, for the bird, is just he spits out like a water bubble.
Huh. That's how he cleans.
That's how he cleans. This is like a nature documentary.
It's a great documentary.
Man, I just want to see all the powers with everybody.
With every animal? You need to find, like...
Shit, okay, let's see. Rock! Oh, that's alright. Oh, and you can kind of do multiples.
Oh.
And I'm just holding it down.
Bird.
He just like keeps diving. That's pretty good. His sweep one's one of the better ones I've come across, though.
The best sweeper?
Yeah.
He's made for janitorial work.
Yeah, he totally is. He just throws water out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did the levels ever start looking different in this one?
I don't know.
It's always like Green Hill Zone looking. Because in my experience, it's always Green Hill looking.
I think there's like at least some ice and fire stuff going on. I don't think it goes much beyond that. Green Rabbit says there's a whole Reddit of people who have tricked news channels with screenshots of Red Dead Nature and Network. Oh, and yeah, the network
man.
posts them thinking they're real. That's hilarious.
That's great. It is. If you have like a crazy good PC, it's a bananas looking game.
Oh, I bet. Do you like? Are there cool mods and stuff? Like I said, that was the best part of PC gaming for me, was playing Fallout 4 with mods.
Just having the extra radio stations.
Oh,
been so nice.
Man, there were so many good mods. Yeah, the radio stations, like the amount of work people put into them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they had like their own DJs and stuff.
And for what? Like, what do people hope to get from making?
I don't think.
Other
Yeah,
than
well,
they
I mean,
use it themselves, I guess.
what?
Like the person who makes it uses it themselves. It's just something they want.
Yeah,
to
that's
add to
true.
The game or...
But I mean, I'm sure there's levels of exposure and people.
I guess, yeah.
You know, some people probably have YouTube channels and stuff, but I'm sure other people just do it for
fun.
yeah, just because they want to make an awesome.
Yeah.
mod.
That's probably true.
Yeah, like there was a jetpack in Fallout 4, but you had to level up power armor, and it took forever.
And it was
to get
not.
it.
It wasn't great.
It was still pretty good. By the end,
But, like,
I had so many power cores for my power armor, and I had the jetpack thing unlocked that even without mods, I was able to fly everywhere.
That's so funny because I never even used a power suit in my playthrough of Fallout 4.
That's the thing. I didn't. I used them, but I didn't use them much because they power cores.
Yeah.
Were too valuable.
Well, I didn't want to have to carry all the stuff, the resources around.
But then by the time I eventually leveled it up to completion, by the time I did that, I had so many power cores.
It was just the obvious way to travel at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But the mods just gave you that basically the same jetpack, just you could use it without a power suit. It was amazing. But yeah, there's tons of awesome stuff. But as Grimpen said, the problem with PC gaming is to do cool stuff like that.
It's just
so much.
You have to do all this learning.
I don't really understand how her broom power worked. It was like she brought out the broom and you flew on it like a witch.
That's a fun power.
But I'm doing much better with just Kirby's basic bubble blowing.
Oh yeah, of
power.
course. That's always, other than sword, that's always been the best power for underwater.
Yeah.
Sword's great underwater though when you just do that spin.
Yeah, totally. Alright, what do we got for animals and fire? Oh, there's no animals in here. It's
That's
just
a terrible
this sad
combination.
guy with an umbrella on his head and a runny nose. Ah. I didn't do it for you, man. Whatever you wanted.
You let down another cameo character.
Yep. I
What
don't
do you
know.
get for
I don't think they're all
completing
cameo characters. I think just.
Oh, they might be originals.
I think there's just
What
those
do you-
two characters from Shin Onigashima, and then there's somebody from Yayaki.
Oh, Yayaki.
I don't know where the. I guess I can just look on. Oh shit. Oh, there's a way to exit. Oh, I don't know how to get back though. This is the problem I was experiencing when I switched the games.
Oh, yeah, that's... I don't even... It's nonsense.
There's just a cliff I can jump off. One of
You
these.
should just be able to
ones.
push select instead of start, and it would take you back to the
There's
main
gotta be a way, but it's like probably some
menu. Like,
bullshit.
a bunch of
Kirby
buttons at
way.
once.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid.
cliff. It's not the classic Kirby death sound.
Yeah. Classic Kirby death.
No, it's not.
Oh, but it's still classic Kirby death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kirby's great at dying.
Lacko's off for the day. He's up early
See you
tomorrow.
later.
Thanks for watching, Lacko. Thanks
What's
for
that
voting.
second emoticon of? Oh, it's a bee.
And yeah, there'll be some new games up tomorrow, as always.
There'll be some new games up.
You're gonna miss an awesome cameo, though.
Oh man, I can't wait. Do you know how far into the game the cameo is?
No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it, but I have to get. That's why I'm dying. I have to get back to the other game.
But you know what level it's on. You'll just be able to go to the right level.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It should show their faces, actually. I was actually gonna try to.
Oh.
Like, I was gonna play another level, but then I was like, oh wait, I should try to get to the one that has Rob.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man. There's no way to easily kill yourself on these levels.
Yeah, you can't like drown Kirby.
Yeah. Oh shit, his health. Oh, this will kill me fast.
Oh, hopefully.
Alright, 2 more deaths till that awesome cameo.
Perfect. I can't wait to see this awesome cameo.
I'm gonna try the first of the world's levels and see if they kill me faster. No cliffs. I just want a cliff to die on.
Yeah, don't we all?
That's all I'm searching for.
Yeah. The perfect clip.
In this cute Kirby world.
Yeah, that's tough.
And everything I touch dies. And it hurts me. It's all a metaphor.
It's a metaphor for what? Parents just don't get it? That's probably what it's a metaphor for.
Yep.
Is DDD the boss of this game?
Oh.
We might be able to find out when you load this.
No, I don't think he is, yeah. Actually, the end boss is, yeah, something weird.
Ooh.
More like the end boss of the Kirby 64.
Right, where it's more of a concept. That's
Yeah, it's like an eyeball creature.
Yeah.
Angel.
Perfect.
This is it. The last hit. Oh.
Oh no.
I have to be careful what I pick here.
This is an important decision, otherwise you'll have to kill yourself another dozen times.
Exactly. Nailed it. Okay, but I don't know. Okay, damn it. It's gotta
Is the
be
center of
this
the
level.
No.
It says the second level of Iceberg. Yeah, this is Iceberg. Okay.
Oh yeah. That's Iceberg for sure.
Oh yeah, you can already see. There's the reference right there.
I
Maybe
can
too
barely
small.
tell. Yeah, it's a Metroid.
It's a little
yeah,
Metroid.
there you go. Trying to make it out.
Cute little
The
Metroid.
thing that's 3 to the right of the Metroid looks like the owl from Drawful.
It's the Drawful reference, yeah.
Oh yeah. Good show.
Now they're on an ice level for a
Do you
reason.
know where? Oh,
Because how do you kill a Metroid?
ice missiles? I don't
The
actually
ice
know.
beam. Yeah, you have to freeze them first and then shatter them.
And those pig faces are some of the scariest things in video games.
Yeah,
They're just
especially when you
awful.
don't have a power.
Yeah.
See, like, yeah. Like, the Kirby Superstar Ice Power is, like, so good. Like, you have so many things you can do with it. This is, like... and it, like, slows you down so much to use it. Wow. Oh, no. Oh. Whew, that was intense.
Yeah. Well done.
Now I'm in a volcano. Thought this was an ice world.
Look at my volcano life.
Ooh, what do we got here? Cat. Ice cat. Whoa! That's kind of cool. Fly around.
Yeah.
Or, whoops. Ice bird.
Ice bird.
Whoa,
Those are
wow. Kirby turns his hair like a crank. And
It's a living.
well, I do
That's
love
really
how
messed up.
the Kirby abuses the animals, but then the cat abuses Kirby.
Yeah. Everything else is.
I think I like the
Kirby is
cat
superior.
power better. I love how the other animals get mad too when you pick
They're hurt.
an animal. Yeah,
Because this isn't like a difficult journey. It's just an adventure you're going on. A fun friendship adventure.
it's really just it's a journey to pick your best friend. It's a Metroid.
It's a Metroid! Welcome home, Nettie! That's what I named it.
I got him. I killed it.
So if you
So-
don't have ice power at that fight, you can't do anything?
That's
When
right.
you get there?
And you got to kill all the Metroids to make the character at the end happy. Ah! Wow, that went well.
That's pretty great. Yeah, that's a cool. That's like maybe the nicest I've ever seen a Metroid look. Actually,
Yeah, it's true.
so much more colorful than any.
Triple
two.
Metroid.
Triple Metroid. Oh, wow.
Got them. This is kind of hard. I might not make it. Oh! Nice. Nice. Cat's so big.
Yeah, the cat and the what is it? An owl? The
Oh
big.
no!
Oh, it's so freaking huge.
Oh man, you're so slow. Ah, I'm getting health each time I get eaten by these, at least.
Perfect. It's a net positive.
If you do the, oh, yeah, if you do if you do the Kirby thing where he spits ice down fast enough, it looks like the cat's just like farting ice.
Perfect.
I think that was all the Metroids.
Also, now you'll have a happy Metroid at the end, or whoever it is.
Yeah, I'll get an extra bonus at the end. Oh no. Oh no. If I can make it. I'm not gonna make it.
No.
Oh, I died. Pascal says, I don't have a coconut gun. No, you don't?
Oh, no.
I mean, half the population does, so I'm sure you can find somebody out there.
Do you think a coconut gun is also made out of coconuts, or is it just wood?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is insane. It's like you get hit once or twice and you're just
You fall behind?
lost in this thing. And you can, like, still make it, but you can't see what's happening.
That's the thing. You can go so far after Kirby's completely covered.
All right. I just gotta stay way ahead here.
Parasol.
God, except you're so slow. Run, Kirby.
If you fall with Parasol, do you fall more quickly?
I think I'm
Where
screwed.
are you? Oh, you're just in this now.
Oh, I'm there. Wow.
Wow, you got ahead of it?
Ah, these things are impossible. Yeah.
You got in the door?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there she is. It's Samus without her helmet.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Yeah. If you don't get all the Metroids, she has her
You don't
helmet
get all the
on.
melon heads. Huh.
And I guess she gave me a 1-up.
Cool, that's
But yeah,
fun.
she's always there, I guess.
Right.
But she just has
That's
her
just where she
helmet
hangs
on.
out when she's not
On this ice planet.
saving the galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like the ice planet of ZBs or whatever?
She met Kirby one day. And he had an umbrella.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize these took place in the same universe.
Shared universe, yeah. But yeah, she'd have her helmet if I didn't get all the Metroids. But she was happy.
Lucky Samus.
Basculin says we could probably make a coconut gun out of a potato launcher.
Oh man, that would be so much more devastating than a potato gun. Coconuts are so much harder.
Yeah, that would be some serious weaponry. Well, that's it.
That's it.
That's it
Good
for gaming
game.
history. And for Kirby.
Yay.
Yeah, you might as well just use a cannon, says Basculin. Yeah.
Might as well just but shoot coconuts out of it and call it your coconut gun.
Exactly. That sounds great.
But cannons don't really fire in spurts.
Mm-hmm. That's the tricky part. Gotta live up to the song.
Uh-huh.
Well, there'll be a brand new batch of games out tomorrow that you can vote on our social media pages. And we'll do this all again next week.
Oh boy.
In the meantime, we'll be playing Jackbox on Friday and Resident Evil on Monday. And that's it for another episode of Antsy Pants and his Quarantine Jam from Grimpen Gaming.
Yay!
Everybody, say it with me.
Oh, you think they joined in at home?
Little game.